decides to be mean. Hello, everyone. Hold on, I'm trying to deal with scuff at the moment because my Discord is deciding that me having normal shit is not the best thing in the world, unfortunately. So that's fun. What the fuck? I'm at like 1,000 some ping on Discord.
Well,
And I'm at like my fucking OBS is running perfectly fine. What the hell? I don't know why. I don't know how to refresh fucking Discord on. Maybe if I do F5 on Discord on. Nope, that didn't work. Okay. Are you going to work for me, Discord, or do I have to suplex you with a goddamn 2x4? A 27x4, maybe. Okay, hold on. Let me try leaving the call again. Popping back in. There we go. Connecting.
No.
Even worse. What the fuck? Hooray for scuff.
Hooray for scuff.
How is it that my OBS is perfectly fine, but my Discord is struggling? I don't understand how those two can happen at the same
you
time.
have like a low signal on your phone.
Because your OBS is running internally and your Discord is running externally, more or less.
Well, the thing is
Not
that
to add more things
my
on your
OBS
plate,
is
but don't forget your
connecting to Twitch. And it has a perfect connection with Twitch, or almost perfect. It was dropping frames at the very beginning, but right now it has a perfect connection to Twitch. And my Discord has a 2,000 ms fucking
You're gonna want to
ping.
like knock on wood, man.
Knocking on wood, it does not help my Discord right now, which I'm wanting to throw fists against my Discord. There's no reason it should be having issues. Oh, wait, maybe. Wait, I got this.
Sin.
Aha,
Sin.
I figured it out. Huh?
Sin.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to suggest, try the browser version of Discord instead of the application.
Nah, I figured it out. My Steam was downloading something in the background.
Oh, that would do it.
Yeah, I was like, why is this going on? There's no reason this should be going on. Then I was like, wait, last time this happened, Steam was being a dick. So I went and checked, and no, Steam was being a dick. Apparently, if I have my Steam downloading something, then Discord is fine until I start up my OBS, and then Discord shits itself. My browser works fine, and I'm like, what? Oh well. All right, we're back. Oh yes, turn off my redeems. Thank you. Appreciate you, Creeper. Sorry, I was looking at like 4 other things trying to make sure shit worked or shit didn't work. So, but we got it working. We're doing good, guys. We're slowly making everything work. Whoops. Go to this, and then go to this, and then click this, and we're all Gucci. Okay. Yes. There we go. All right. Now I can actually get started without having problems. I love not having problems, guys. It's beautiful. Okay. But yes, greetings, dear spirits, and welcome to Tables of Tartarus, a division of Purgatory Corner, where fate is bound by dice and stories are carved into eternity. I'm your storyteller, Sinspeaks, and today we're going to be continuing the tale of Tyrant's Wrath. I'm here with my friends Ania, Cyril, Gelmar, Dakota, Aldith, and Sapphire. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
If you guys haven't seen my players before, go check them out there. If you guys haven't seen their characters before, you guys are always welcome to go check out their characters right here with the pinned message. So good times for all, good fellows and storytellers. But yes, take your seat at the table and let the threads destiny unravel before you. Every story has a reader, and you should always share your stories. And welcome on in Ray for getting first, and Creeper, Ozzy, of course, Azario, Yvonne, Ozeroth, and congrats on Creeper getting a 75 stream streak. Jesus Christ. That is crazy to me. So last episode, you guys were, I believe, mostly walking and talking, if I recall correctly. Cyril had talked to a bunch of stonemasons about getting the calcified god blood mined, basically, out of the sewer pipe. And then I believe after that, you guys were mostly intent on delivering information to Mavra and the Slick Oil Boy, Gregory. And so you guys got a little bit of rest. Slick Oil Boy. So you guys got a little bit of rest, chat with each other about the plans to go talk with him about what would happen if things ended badly, potentially being thrown in jail or other problems like that. You guys split the party, which was, I believe, Sapphire, Dakota, and Gelmar, with Aldith, Cyril, and Ania being inside of the Inner Sanctum. And you guys had went and talked to Mavra about everything, trying to make sure that she got the information first. And then you guys invited Gregory inside to try to get some information to him as well about the dead god and the calcified blood, as well as T. And both of them, pretty much like their entire demeanors changed as soon as you brought up T. I don't remember the last thing you guys said, though.
I think Gregory was leaving. He was like, "Oh, well, I think it's time to go," very much.
Mm-hmm.
And he was about to leave. We had asked about T, and Ania was like giving information to Cyril as she was reading Gregory.
Mm.
And I don't quite remember exactly what they were talking about other than T.
Yeah.
But Gregory was just like, "Well, I think it's time to go," and no one was stopping them. And at the end, you did say that you were going to start off with Gelmar, Dakota, and Sapphire to see what they were up to.
Okay.
Mm.
Appreciate the reminder. Yeah, so, the three of you, I believe Dakota was meditating, trying to contact, the dealer. And then, Sapphire and Gelmar, I think y'all were crafting, Sapphire was crafting the handles for a hand axe, and, Gelmar was making the heads, if I recall correctly.
Sounds right, yes.
Yeah, so we'll look at Gelmar and Sapphire for a moment. You two are mostly just, I guess, waiting for to see what happens with Ania's group, to see if they get in trouble or something weird happens. Pretty much just like ready, but waiting and taking your time to prep things. Do the two of you two of you talk about anything?
Actually, hold on. Let me quickly check my ending character interactions notes, because yes, I have those.
Oh yeah, you do indeed.
Well, crud. Have you made much progress with your next test?
Sapphire?
Sorry, I had to tell the toddler to sit still.
Always difficulty.
The next test was supposed to be at the gala and was basically like the spiked punch, right?
Yes, that was, I believe the last test that you had. And then you going down below as well. You were
Yeah.
essentially getting your mind fractured to a degree. So far you kind of felt that with Bill, but you're not sure what exactly the impact was yet. Aww.
Baby.
You're saying hi.
Hello.
Oh, now you're shy. Okay.
But yeah, the you know, especially with being able to see like Bill, you saw multiple Bill's forms, especially as you guys were going up, and then inside of the Dead God's domain, you were definitely getting like flashes, I suppose. You're not quite sure the impact as of yet, but it's definitely something that is digging into you.
Okay. Yeah, my last test, I guess, was going down below in the sewers, so I'm not sure yet what that test accomplished for me per se yet, but that was the last test that I know of.
Yelmar tilts his head thinking for a moment, continuing to hammer. Or on the half-finished axe head. Maybe something within him was having effects on the world around you, or actually, does he even know that you came from a different world? I don't think he does yet, actually.
I don't think so. You know that she's trying to stop a war. I think is the only thing you know.
Perhaps the deceased god had influence on the war in some way. Maybe one side were his followers.
Yeah, maybe.
It still makes me wonder what exactly was the domain of that deity. Though I suppose that's a question that's probably best left to the grave, his specifically.
Yeah, I doubt we get any answers out of him now.
Well, at the very least, it's one step towards clearing away the situation involving the moon dust. If nothing else, we can have some level of solace in knowing that's one source gone. But it is a little strange that they'd be harvesting it this far away from the Star Shadow Kingdom. How did they even? How have they been doing it without being noticed? I wonder.
Probably more underground stuff like the god was.
I suppose this is as good an explanation as any. Will you be needing any maintenance on your tools? I'd hate to have you be working on my projects without not getting anything out of it.
Yeah, I guess I could do a little maintenance on mine.
And you also have I believe you have a lightning sword, if I recall correctly, from way back when in the ship.
Yeah, wasn't that the gift from Cyril at one point?
Yeah, I think he pulled it off one of the enemies, one of the bandits in the ship, and then gave it to you, if I recall correctly. It's been a while since I last checked it. But yeah, it is
Yeah.
one of your short swords, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'd be more than happy to give them a tune-up or an upgrade if you have the materials.
I don't have any of the materials, I don't think. Not on me. But I would take a tune-up if we could.
Easy.
Yeah, one of Sapphire's short swords is relatively dinged up. Like, obviously, a lot of wear and tear has gone into it over the last, like, month that you guys have been since you last got it. It's a little bit more dinged up than you would expect it to be. It's definitely not, like, the best quality short sword in the world. It's one that, like, is designed to be durable as hell. And to survive most combats, but it's definitely not one that was made with, like, great precision. The other one, on the other hand, her lightning short sword, that one is barely touched. Like, it's somewhat damaged, but you can definitely see that, especially with this design, there's a few runes on it that move into the lightning effect on it. It definitely, like, you wouldn't want to say negates damage, but it's definitely something that barely takes damage from most sources. You're not quite sure if it's magical steel, but if you had to wager a guess, you would probably say it's somewhat close to it. You could probably turn it. You could probably connect it with monosteel, but it's not quite there.
I mean, if nothing else, I'd sharpen it though.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the two of them would definitely need some sharpening.
I mean, I can definitely do a basic repair on the normal short sword, though, in addition to that, though, as well, I'd imagine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's kind of going to be what I'll probably be doing, considering as you made the comment, the lightning short sword barely seems used so far.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's definitely used. It's just not damaged. It is kind of weird not seeing it be damaged at all, but it's also, like, similar to your bow axe, where it just doesn't really get scuffed very often. Which is a neat effect.
Above game, I think I understand why that would be, but I'm fairly certain Gelmar wouldn't, probably. Not as much experience with magical tools.
Oh yeah. But yeah, so you'll be sharpening both the weapons, kind of like giving them a good polish, especially the other short sword. We won't call it the
I mean, the other short sword's definitely going to need more than just sharpening and polish, but yes.
Yeah, buffing out and stuff. Honestly, with your tools, you can probably just make it a better short sword. Mechanically, not really, but thematically, yeah.
I'm going to make this thing look brand new. Heck, I could probably even give it an engraving if she wanted it.
Yeah.
You mean Gelmar can't make it a short sword of sharpness?
Oh my gosh.
I only apply sharpness 5 to it. All right. Well, you'll be sharpening it. Sapphire, is there anything you'd like to be doing, or are you mostly just gonna be watching how he sharpens it or whatever? Oh, wow,
Thank you, Sapphire.
I mean, imagine for the sharpening process, I basically just need a grindstone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I might watch for a little bit, but I wanted to go hunting.
Ooh, okay. Is there anything in particular that you're hunting, or just like large game, or?
I have to feed a dog.
Oh yeah. Oh.
So.
He's a big boy.
Yeah, so.
Good old.
Whatever can help me feed that dog faster would be what I'm looking for.
All right. Let's see. I'll have you roll a survival check when you're able. But inside the woods, because there's a few of them that surround you, especially on the northern end, there'd probably be deer. Like, obviously there'd be possibly some moose in there. That'd probably be some of the biggest game that you can really hunt. I imagine there'd be like some large cats in there too. And then a couple of other unnaturally large creatures that would be there too. Giant bugs, obviously. Ooh, okay. Thanks, Oriander. I love it when Oriander decides to not work properly. Yeah, that was a 10 on your roll, and your modifier is +4, so 14. Yes, so let's see. With a 14, you're mostly just kind of like navigating the area, just kind of like hunting. I would say Bubbles would probably be hunting with you as well, especially since like he's a shadow mastiff. He's able to move around, run around and stuff relatively easily. And it's not like he hunts essentially at the same speed as you, so you don't even have to slow down most of the time. And yeah, especially with your bow skills, you've been hunting for what you can tell most of your life. This is not a difficult process. And yeah, you find, I would say, with a 14, I would say a decently large elk. You would find and be able to kill fairly quickly. You are welcome to skin it if you'd like before your doggo eats it, or you can have him just eat the thing, whichever is your preference.
I think I'll skin it.
Okay. So yeah, you'll skin the thing. So just mark down that you have like deer skin. I think you have a few rabbit skins, now deer skin, and then you hunted something else too. I think you had like a boar skin or something like that. You have a couple skins on you. You'll have animal pelts. Yeah, you're you know, fucking Bubbles just turns into his full form, and he just goes to chomp, 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 and he eats that fucking thing with a passion. He fucking loves that shit. Yeah. So while you are hunting and Gelmar is sharpening your blades, Dakota, you are you in the house? Where are you?
Yeah, I'd say I'd be in the house. And, he'll just be like sitting against the wall, uh, probably in a similar situation to like the kind of like the way he sleeps,
Mm,
as he just kind of meditates and just kind of just kind of because like the when whenever he contacted the night, I imagine he tried to like feel like watch the inner darkness with as he closed his eyes, you know?
mm,
So he kind of does something similar to that because he's never really contacted the dealer like this before, so he doesn't really know what to expect.
mm.
As
Okay.
he just thinks, uh, a- asking the dealer if she's there.
Mm. It takes, I would say it takes a moment, but after just a moment, you would hear in your mind, "I'm always here, always watching."
Mind if I take a moment to ask you some things then?
Oh, absolutely. What's on your mind?
Well, couple of things, I guess. But why, when you helped me with the assassins,
Mm-hmm.
the other people under the net, you were saying things about uh giving you my chains or something like that, and what was with all that? What did you mean by that? And why did you do that?
Hmm. A long, long time ago, uh, space far away, I used to be bound. Not the same way as you. Bound by hunger, I suppose, more than anything. Hmm. I grew up without a lot. There's always something I was hunting for. Always something that I desired and always something I needed. As there was nothing I often had. Nor was there anything that I kept close to me. Similar to how you grew up without having anything to your name. And then eventually you had something. You tied yourself to something. This Dakota form. You tied yourself to it. It became you as you became it. And you kind of see her appear in her usual outfit and she bows to you and she points at a ring. I became the ring and the ring became I. It's a mutual friendship of sorts, I suppose you can say. It has helped me. In order to become this vessel or this process, I suppose, I needed to give up who I was, what I used to be, how I used to be. For you to become what you decide to be, you have to give up what you were, how you were. You are still terrified of who you used to be. You are still falling into that same hole and still bound by the same chains that you were back in that cell. No matter how far you run from that cell, you force yourself back into it every single time. What I had you give me was your decision to chain yourself to that cell. The door is open. The path is yours. Only you can walk. I simply gave you the ability to take the step if you choose.
Okay. Where am I stepping? What? You giving me a job? Or
Not
uh,
quite. Tell me, what do you want most?
uh to be free, to not have the assassins or the elves hunting me?
And when they stop hunting you, what will you do?
He kind of looks down at that, like, I'm not sure, I guess. I'll probably just follow around the group. Uh, I mean,
That
I'm part of the guild. I guess I'll do hero things like Dakota would, go wandering.
when the elves stop hunting you, and when you are finally free to your own devices, you let others choose your path for you. That
Kind of
is the
flinches at
cage that
that.
you're in. You must make your own decisions. You must go where you choose to go. You have been locked up for so long, been hunting for so long out of your own control. I simply gave you power. I'm not giving you extreme direction. I do not own your life. I simply make you give me bargains. I need you to do something. I give you something in exchange. That is the power of greed. When you desire something with all of your heart, you can get it for a price. But you are a curious one, because you don't desire much.
I don't even know what I would desire if I tried.
And that is something you should figure out. before the hunting ends and your path is limitless. Now, you wanted a mission of sorts. You wanted a direction to go. And I suppose I can give you one while you are debating in your mind about the cell that you're in. How do you feel about other changelings?
I like Nia well enough. I mean, I like them as much as I'd like. Under the Cowboys code, all creatures are equal so long as they can think and breathe.
The Cowboy Code is one interesting direction to take. Inside Starshadow Kingdom, inside of the Obsidian Tower, the very tippity top of that tower, under guard by 4 or 5 different heavily done guards, there is a cell, or a cell block, I suppose, that has about 5 to 10 changelings at pretty much any time. Sometimes less, sometimes more. Depends on, what they're doing with them. No more than 10 have ever been there. They are locked up, and they will never be free. They will not have the same chance you do. What's his name? Oh. What was the name of the swordsman? Oberon? No.
Everon?
Everon, thank you. I don't know why I was thinking
This is
Everon.
actually her. She's asking the ring this actually.
Yeah. She's like, what was his name again? But Everon has certainly made sure of that. Ever since your escape, well, that part of the tower has never, ever been unlocked. And never, ever will be.
I had no idea they had more. Were they there when I was there?
Of course they were. You weren't the only one he was
What?
experimenting on.
Oh. I'll free them then. We're going to Star Shadow Kingdom anyway.
Ah. But the question is that what you want? Or is that what your code wishes?
Of course of course I want them free. No one should have to go through that like I did.
Good. You have made your first choice. How does the first step feel?
Weird, I guess.
It always will. But do not worry, they are not in immediate harm's way. The castle, not the castle, the tower. It's our be like, man, this word, no, this word. Oh, the tower. The tower needs not for them to die. The tower needs them to live. It has not done much experiments to them as of recent, considering the dangers of all of the, vampires and horrors and Yanti that have surrounded them. But that does not mean they'll keep up forever. And the tower is the first thing that will fall, guaranteed.
All right. You've been around for a while, haven't you?
Longer than you can possibly imagine, child.
You know anything about the dead god I down below? We're just dealing with the flesh tunnels and stuff?
I know some of it. Wasn't my expertise to deal with the divine. Honestly, I usually avoided them. They didn't like me very much. You parlay with the forces that is beyond nature, divine doesn't tend to like you very much. But if I recall correctly, it was an interesting force. It was the container of magic, in a way. It was often used to absorb other gods' magic and turn it into something more tangible, often turning gods themselves into weaponry or forging them into something else, like items of creation. He was a powerful tool, but his own life wasn't good.
Mm. Did he have a name?
No. At least not in a language you would understand.
Oh. Can you write it down then?
In a way that
I
you
can
would
read
be
it if you read
able...
it.
In a way that you would be able to understand. The closest thing that his name would translate to is the Sealer of Gods.
Huh. Interesting. Interesting.
He lived a fulfilling life, but not a life that I would deem satisfying.
Okay. Uh, do you know anything about, what was his name? He had a really long one. The, the, there's like a vampire lord or something, and I think he was around a while too before I let him out. Is you know him? I think it's like E or something. Bunch of words.
I believe you talked to
Neil would
me
know.
about him last time you contacted me.
Oh, did I?
Yes. I went to go see him. Although he wasn't taking audience at the time, he very rarely ever does. But yes, I did know him. Back when long before where he is now. Although he hasn't traveled quite as much as I have, timey-wimey shenanigans, as you can imagine, his life, shockingly, isn't as long as mine. But he is, eccentric, shall we say. He's a show teller. He is one who enjoys entertainment above all things. But to say that he's not crazy is a stretch even I cannot imagine.
Mm. All right. Okay. I guess the only thing left I'd like to know is are those assassins still on to me? Are they close? You said you were watching.
Indeed. They are a distance. They're watching you, but they have no desire to seek you out at this current moment. They have other things that they have to attend to.
Other bounties, I assume.
Indeed. You are a bounty of difficulty, especially with me watching over you. Therefore, if they tried to fight you at the moment, they would most likely die. And they know this, so they are waiting for their opportunity. Whenever and wherever that may be.
Hmm. Well, will you let me know if they start to get on close
Of
on
course.
my tail? Hmm.
If they begin hunting you, I shall of course let you know. However, as I have said, I do not control your life, so I will not tell you everything. I will simply tell you when they are coming after you, and the decisions that you make are your own to take.
Hmm. Thank you. I think.
There's no need to thank me. You simply have a life to live, and I wish to see it lived. You can say that I'm very greedy to see lives fulfilled. It is my own personal interest, shall we say.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anything else?
I don't think so. Well, see you next time when I see you next time.
She smiles and bows to you. The land is yours to wander. Quests are yours to take. Always remember, your own desires are the first and foremost you should make. And then she just kind of disappears. Just kind of like whooshes away in a cloud of pink smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you continue meditating for a while, or are you gonna wake up?
I'll continue meditating in the for a little bit.
Alright.
Nobody needs me just yet, so Dakota will just kind of appreciate this brief moment of peace.
That's very fair. While you do that, and while Sapphire is out hunting, Gelmar, you are sharpening the blades, but as you post in there, you take a quick moment, I believe, to pull out your sending stone.
To send an exactly 25-word message to his parental figure. And yes, I actually did count the words already.
Yep. Let's see. I would say you would get a reply, and yeah, it'll be a male voice, so it's your father figure. And you would probably get the reply of it has been a long time. It is good to hear your voice. I can visit Haven. It will take me a few days. I think that's 24.
Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yeah, just 24. Yes.
Cool. I was fairly confident I got 24, but I was like, my hands. But yes, you would get that message in response.
A nervous smile appears upon his face hearing this. Really, because, yeah, it's been a long time. I want to talk to him, but it's also like, God, this is going to be a pain to explain.
All right. But yeah. So as you go back to your sharpening, we're going to move back over to Nia, Cyril, and Aldith. You're all inside of Mavra's house, which is relatively bland for the most part. It's almost exactly like Cyril's house, just a little bit fancier. Mavra is sitting down on her seat. You guys are sitting down here, basically a couch, more or less. And Gregory has stood up and kind of like gestured to the door, using his regular smile at you, which is relatively unpleasant to look at. At least knowing him.
Nia very energetically waves goodbye and is like,
Bye, Gregory. You should try being more honest sometimes. It'd be good for you.
He kind of like looks at you like legitimate confusion passes over his face for a moment before it like kind of snaps back to his usual mask and smiles. And he goes, you are correct, young Nia. I should definitely 100% be more honest in the future. Don't you worry, I shall certainly be.
Oh, that's ominous.
And she says that out loud.
He just smiles. And Cyril and Olive?
Don't forget what we talked about with the orcs.
Oh, I could never forget that. I might not like you, but I do like paperwork. Alda, do you have anything to reply to?
Not really. She's just sort of sitting. I feel like she's there purely to make sure Cyril doesn't do anything fucking stupid, and to make
That's
like.
what Ania's
she's-
there for.
But she's like, I feel like she's also just like a bodyguard. I feel like she's just like a bodyguard. I don't know. I know her presence isn't completely ominous,
Mhm.
but I feel like she'd make people a little uncomfortable. She's just like super
I
tense
did-
and super like.
I have to ask.
Mhm.
Is she sitting down or is she standing up?
I feel like she would be standing. I know that Sin said that we were all on the couch, but she would not be sitting down. She'd be way too tense right now. She'd be like, no,
Sitting
no, I'm
down,
gonna
standing
stand.
up, sitting down, standing up.
Yeah.
Asserting dominance.
She's trying. She's trying for sure.
Trying.
Yeah, you would definitely have noticed that throughout this whole conversation where Gregory has been talking to everyone, he would have randomly looked at you, and probably like it's one of the looks of like he notices you're in the room and he's definitely watching you, but Nia can tell he's certainly trying to make it seem like he's not, while at the same time probably planning escape routes and other stuff in his head. Just in case.
That's funny. Just in case. She'd probably have her hand on her sword, which is like obviously sheathed away, but she's not like moving to pull it out or anything. It's just like I have it sitting here. You try anything, I won't be afraid to do anything. And just a heads up.
Like, it's not
But
her
besides-
sword arm, but it's like the sheath sidearm, and she has it like resting there, like it's a cane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he has that
Yeah.
same smile across his face, and he's like, I believe it will be time for you all to go. I'm sure you have other missions and journeys to take that we must be taking up your time.
And he waits to see, yeah.
I suppose it is true.
Oh, good. We're all in accordance then. If you have any further notice or any troubles, you can certainly find us whenever you need to. And Cyril, be sure to come by the Inner Sanctum Circle, and we can have a whole discussion with the rest of the ambassadors about the inclusion of the orcs.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I'm not
We
invited.
do have a prior engagement at the end of this month.
Indeed.
So I would appreciate you taking the initiative.
I will contact you sometime in the next week or two. We will not have Thrum with us, unfortunately. He usually only journeys over here once every now and again. But we certainly will have Tinkerbell over there, and she's usually the suppose the people person of Technolopolis.
Can I roll to see if he's deflecting? trust this motherfucker at all.
you could tell that he is like talking about the ambassadors and stuff. Tinkerbell is one of the ambassadors. She's the gnomish ambassador.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like he's trying to get us out of there because he doesn't want to keep talking.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like,
We don't even need the insight for that.
He's
Insight,
desperately
not
trying to get
like,
you guys
yeah.
out of that room as fast as possible.
But why?
So you can talk to
Question.
Mavra alone.
Okay.
Also, Sin.
Mhm.
Last time, Ania used detect magic when she entered Mavra's room. Detect magic is a ritual and concentration spell.
Mhm.
Do I see anything on Gregory?
It's a good question. Let's see. Trying to remember. Let me look exactly how it
Gregory
works.
is
real
like
quick.
an onion.
He has layers.
He has layers. Detect magic. Since presence of magic can see a faint aura around an invisible creature or object that bears magic. Interesting. Okay, hold on. I have to think about this. Let's
Sounds
see.
like, wait a second, the entire inner sanctum is lit up now.
Well, we're just in Mavra's room.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, that's a very good question, hon. I'll have to think about the ramifications of my next sentence, huh?
Okay.
So many ramifications
Not
this could have.
TXT loading.
Eyeing Ania's instead.
So with detect magic on, which does change your, like adds a little bit of a magic hue around your eyes, basically. I would say gives you a faint aura. Hold on. There are a few things that give you a different aura, but in this case specifically, you would see a faint aura around him. You would see specifically an abjuration aura around him, a protection magic aura.
Okay, cool. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense for an ambassador to have.
Though you will notice, Mavra does not have that aura.
Mm-hmm. This is very interesting. Is it just around him? It's not coming from, like, can I tell if, like, maybe it's a necklace, a ring?
I would say you would be able to tell it's coming from around him, so not from any specific object.
Okay. Gotcha.
Can I ask a follow-up question?
Absolutely. What's the follow-up question?
Would the aura around him and the one around Aldith be similar? ? Exclamation point.
No.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
We've moved from is Gregory a changeling to is Gregory an Aasimar?
He's oddly
Gregory.
beautiful. He's oddly beautiful.
Pretty. He's so pretty.
I actually have to check his eye
like
color
he's-
now. No, his eyes are blue.
Oh,
His
oh.
eyes are blue.
His eyes are blue. Okay.
Okay.
I was like, wait a
Everyone,
minute,
like,
huh?
He can't be human. He's too pretty to be human. Anything but human.
He's too goddamn pretty, this motherfucker.
Gregory just wakes up every morning, looks in the mirror, and he's just like, gotta kiss myself.
Damn, I look good.
All right. So Ania's gonna go ahead and get up and like wait for the others and get ready to leave.
Mhm.
Do I notice Mavra looking nervous?
Good
Does she not-
question.
Does she not want to be alone with Gregory? Is the vibe I'm trying to get, and I'm willing to roll.
Yeah, roll me an insight. It's a very good question. Hmm. 19. God, I forgot how high your fucking perception is.
Gosh.
She wears an excellent mask. You know, as an ambassador, she has a very good poker face. She does not, to the best of your ability to tell, mind being around Gregory. She obviously has been around for many years around him. Although when she's looking at Cyril specifically, Cyril and Aldith, you will notice that she gets slightly more, closest thing I can say is nervous. Or when she looks at you, she doesn't, like, there's not even a single sign of it, but the moment she looks at Cyril and Aldith, there's like a slight twitch.
Okay, that's interesting. Not totally out of character, but interesting. I'll make note. But yeah, Nia's standing by waiting for everyone else.
Okay. So?
Yeah, I'm gonna get up with her.
Alrighty. And Aldith, I'm assuming you're moving with the group?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Yep.
Right before they leave, Ania's just gonna be like to Mavra specifically,
thank you for talking to us. I know this was probably really weird and stuff, but really important. And I just really hope for the best for Haven.
Certainly. I always enjoy talking about anything that can help the people of the Haven, especially when it comes to difficulties such as dead gods, as that is not my expertise, but certainly an interest. If you find anything more about the dust, if anything pops up again or crops up, do let me know. It is something that I have been quite invested in alongside Cyril for my whole tenure here.
Ania will nod, and then she looks to Gregory again, and she's like,
You mentioned before you're having trouble with the fields and with not having the sewer go to the orcs, that it might impact like rations and the stuff with the elves. If you need, and she like lifts her staff slightly, if you need anyone to bless the fields so that's not as much of an issue, I could do it at some point.
That could be quite useful. I do appreciate it. I have been trying to get a few druids to help bless the fields around, but, well, my relation with druids is, not the best.
Has my circle told me any like BS about Gregory? do we hate this guy?
Your
Yes.
circle specifically does not interact with Haven very often. They sometimes will go in there to do stuff, but a lot of Haven specifically is what would typically kind of be considered an affront to nature, because they build, permanent residence, especially to stars druids who move with the sky and with the seasons. A permanent residence, especially one that's overtaken so much of the land, is almost insulting to the land. So the stars druid don't worry about it as much. They just move with the seasons and the flow. But to most druids, it would be insulting. The stars druid just avoid it. Yeah.
Yeah, they just don't like permanent crop fields that are agriculturally like supported and killing all other life in the region except for the food that we're growing. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll like nod, and then she's ready to go.
Cool.
As we're walking out the door, I'm not going to actually look at Mavra when I message her this with the message earring.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna message Mavra, and she's gonna hear in her head. I personally have reason to believe that the Crimson Talons are being framed for the moon dust incident at the ball.
You'll hear back in your head, that is even more worrying than if they were. figure out if they are and get back to me.
Indeed.
All right, and you guys are
And
kind of
I guess we
ushered
just-
outside. Was that
Yeah, I guess we safely walk away from that encounter somehow.
You will notice
You don't want
most of the guards are watching you pretty heavily, especially Aldous.
What?
Anya waves excitedly.
They do not wave back.
Aw.
We gotta be one guy that's just like, hey.
Nah. These are ambassador guards. They don't do that. Not like the gate guards. The gate guards are more chill.
hmm Except for the southern gate guard. He's just
so-
kind of crazy.
Yeah, he's kind of weird. We like the north gate guard. He's nicer.
Oh, yeah.
Once the door closes, Ania's gonna lean into Aldith, and she's gonna be like,
Oh, Gregory was really intimidated by you. You did a good job.
She'll smile. She'll, like a proud little
yeah.
smile. Like she'll puff out her chest a little bit. Like, hey, yeah, I did that.
I did that. And Ania will skip ahead and just like,
All right. Do we go straight back to the cottage? Do we have anywhere else to go?
Straight back home.
Hooray! We should pick up food.
Yes.
Food.
Yes. Yes, that is a good idea, yes.
Aldith gets to pick because Aldith is the cook.
Yay!
Smart
and
plan. Nice.
She's like, yes.
I'd say it would probably
Ania.
be... Let me look at my calendar real quick. Keep going, Cyril.
Yeah?
Ania, you heard that about the moondust incident at the gala. They're pinning it on the Crimson Talons.
are the Crimson Talons Roderick's group?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Aldith is
He is
gonna
really...
either. Sorry,
Good.
go ahead and
No,
you go ahead. No.
Okay.
That is weird. I mean, I could ask him.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, you say that. No, you say that. So, okay, that makes her reaction worse. I was going to say that she would either tense up or start walking faster, but as she goes to walk faster, she's gonna stop and she's gonna look at you and just go, "Excuse me?"
You're excused.
And she keeps walking. She's not like walking faster. She's just responding and doing her thing, as assuming Cyril hasn't stopped.
I'm still walking because I'm trying to think.
Mhm. Just a thumbs up, like, yep.
I'll just gonna like pick up speed and be like, What do you mean you can ask him? No. Don't move on from this conversation. What do you mean you can ask him? We need to have a serious conversation now."
Okay, do you want to have it right here or do you want to have it when we're at home?
She sort of just gives like a really flat, like just like a monotonous expression, like, huh? Like, she has no thoughts right now besides the fact that she needs her questions answered.
We spent a great deal of time in that camp. And I don't think I saw a single high elf the entire time.
You saw one.
Yeah, we
Did I
outed
see it? I
her.
could have swore the others saw that elf and I wasn't there.
I think we told you.
Okay.
Yeah. You did actually. No, you're right. You personally wouldn't have seen her, but you were told about her. Specifically, you were told that she was likely some kind of informant because I believe Sapphire found her book.
Right, and she wasn't working. She was a double agent against the Talons.
To the best of your knowledge, yes, but she was a healer for the Talons. And when
We
you
don't
guys
know
were
what
there.
Roderick did because Ania outed her, and that's it.
But yeah, you do know that he had at least one high elf as a healer in his camp.
There was that one, but
Okay, but do
We-
we want to talk about this on the road or when we were at home?
do I need to insight Aldith's face here? Or is it pretty clear that this conversation must happen right now?
I don't know because I don't know if I.
Aldith would see that there are a lot of people who are watching them. Specifically
Then
her.
It's not happening there. It is happening at home.
Yeah, there is a lot of guards who are watching you as you walk through Inner Sanctum. They're not close enough to be within earshot of you, but they are watching you pretty intensely, especially considering you're all full armor.
They're
Fine.
watching, and violence might happen, and so therefore it's happening at home.
Okay.
And she would very happily let them know that it can happen at home.
Cool.
Most likely outside.
Groceries first? Or is that no and no?
Up to all this.
Food can wait.
Okie dokie.
I was looking forward to it.
Joe just pats his stomach like, it's okay, buddy. We'll get some later. All right. You guys make your way
It's a
back.
high metabolism being 9 feet tall.
It's true. Y'all make your way back all the way to the college. By this point, Sapphire will have come back as well with a very satisfied Bubbles, just like licking his chops back down to his smaller size, walking by her feet. Yeah, you all get to the college. You all kind of sit down. I assume you pull Dakota in from his meditation, his moment of peace.
Does Aldith wait that long?
Yeah, it's a good question. Does Olive want the whole party there, or?
Yes, yeah, she wants.
Okay.
She
wants the whole
grabs
party.
Ania.
No,
As soon as they
no,
see
she
the
wants-
cottage, you tell me now.
No, she'd wait for the whole party to be there because, just like picking up on the conversation, it sounded like the whole party went to the camp. So she'd be like, yeah, no, I need everybody's perspective and I need it now.
All right. Yeah, so you all
Everyone just-
kind of get there. It would be mid-afternoon, I believe, Tuesday the 17th. So Tuesday 17th or Wednesday 18th. I don't quite recall.
I think it was the 18th. Yeah, it's the 18th.
Okay. Yeah. So it would be Wednesday the 18th, midday, probably like 4, 5, maybe 6 p.m. So the sun is starting to hover over the horizon. Just a little bit over it. You guys still got another like hour or two of daytime. As the sun is casting some nice rays upon the house. You're all sitting on the outside of the cottage. There's a couple benches. Probably, I assume, Cyril, that you have like a section for like bonfires and stuff like that, where you all sit around a little fire pit and stuff.
Yeah, a little campfire spot.
Mm-hmm. A place to sit around and talk and stuff. So
Yeah.
that's where you guys are currently all sitting.
Alda's not sitting, she's pacing.
Okay, where everyone
Ania's
but
standing
Aldous.
for the moment.
And all.
Ania's standing. She doesn't look very stressed though.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
We're-
we came back alive.
I'm actually
Everyone's
more
standing.
surprised about that than anything else that happened today.
You think everyone's gonna do the worst to you.
I have a mistrust of government officials. I have had poor experiences with them in the past.
Not
But
saying you're
that's
wrong.
not what we're here to talk about. Eldith,
She's gonna stop pacing and face everyone and just be like, "What do you know about the Crimson Talons?"
Anya waits to see if anyone else wants to speak up first.
it would seem
Out of character, the Crimson Talons were the ones we visited and met, right?
Yes,
Yeah, it's
Roderick is
Roderick's
the
group.
Roderick is the
Group,
king of
the
the
one that's
Crimson Talons.
currently
Yeah.
being run by a vampire lord.
Yeah,
Yeah.
is the
Yep.
largest bandit group on the continent, as well as the most recognized, the most well known, and generally speaking, most known to be the most vicious bandit group. There are very, very few bandit groups that will even stand against them, depending on the territory.
And what'd you
Yeah,
think?
just simply for the fun of it, I'm just going to have Gelmar call out with the obvious bits. Just simply because it's like, we can't be pinned for that. It
That's
makes
true.
sense that we would know that much.
Mhm.
He is
And-
reportedly the most ruthless bandit group in this side of, or no, not even this side, in Vithia.
Mhm.
So the stories go, but
We were asked to investigate.
that is a good place to start. Please continue.
Oh no, how dare you?
But she does continue.
She's like, well, the guild assigned us to go investigate because they were like fighting with this other group, and they wanted us to go scout out both groups, but not to interfere with both groups. But we would get paid more if we did interfere and lived. So we did that, and we talked to the Crimson Talons, and we stopped the other group, and we stayed at the Crimson Talons for a little while, and then we came home.
So, she's going to look at not even just Ania, like every single one of you with betrayal. Like this utter look of betrayal and be like, "So you're friends with them?"
I would not say that. I'll have you know, I accidentally released a vampire lord in their castle. I don't. They're bandits.
I trust those souls about as far as I could throw Roderick himself. And I'm 98% certain if I tried, it'd be cut down before I even got him off the ground.
I like Roderick.
It's an enemy of my enemy sort of situation.
It ain't cowboy like to be friends with bandits.
Aldith looks hurt at what Ania said, but sort of calms down at everybody else's reaction. And she's gonna sit away from everybody. Like if they're all on benches, she's gonna sit like away from them near the fire pit, and she's just gonna be like,
Oh no, Cyril would not have been posh enough to have benches. We're definitely like cross-legged around the fire.
"Got you. Okay." Well, she'll probably sit like depending on how we're sitting, like if everyone's arced, she'd sit like not in the arc with everybody, but like near the fire pit type of like sort of
Okay.
in the middle of everything, but not like in the fire pit, obviously.
Yeah.
But she'd get a really solemn look on her face, and she'd very quietly speak and be like, "They raided my village." And she takes a long pause afterwards, but she'd continue. "I was in the church praying, and they raided my village, and they killed so many people, and I killed them, and then I found my father dying, and the next thing I know, he's alive, and I I don't know how you can have a relationship with horrible people like that.
That's
That
a
would
good
hurt.
question.
That would hurt particularly for Cyril.
Hmm.
Nia's not volunteering to talk. She's like stepped away a bit because was standing, and
Mhm.
she's looking around the camp idly, like as if she's searching for anyone on the fringes, but she's not speaking yet.
Roderick and his camp of bandit are objectively outlaws and one of many things wrong. Currently, however, there is a different, more insidious problem. And in this particular case, it may be necessary, though not desirable, to ally ourselves with someone capable and motivated. Roderick himself Roderick himself has very similar reasons for hating the elves that I do, though his are a wound. His are a wound born of witness. And what happened to his people happened all at once. So it is complicated.
Feels like the understatement of the century, my friend.
Nia looks over to Cyril and says,
Oh. We can't ask her to work together with Roderick, even if our things do align.
That's a good point. But it would be wrong not to at least tell her why we're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
Dakota
Aldith.
will.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh,
Sorry.
I
You
was
go.
just, I was just gonna say that Dakota will kind of silently go near Aldith and hesitantly put a gloved hand on her shoulder.
No.
Mhm.
um, she'll look up at Dakota, and her eyes are like very much glassy, like she is holding back tears right now. And she'll look to Cyril, and she'll shake her head and be like, I and she'll hesitate, like not really knowing what to say, and then she'll speak again, and "M- my whole reason for even adventuring is to seek vengeance on them for killing my village. And he, I, and then she just breaks down crying.
No.
And Nia further like moves away from the group at large. But she's still like she's still there, but a couple more steps.
Um,
I can entirely understand that feeling.
Ania's gonna do a perimeter check, just looking around. She's looking to see if anyone's on the outskirts near the cottage, like if anyone followed them back from Mavra's place.
From what you can tell, there's no one around. The cottage
Okay.
is somewhat close to the to some buildings, but you're pretty much like right next to farmland, and then you're probably like a bit, yeah, like you can see houses a decent bit away from you, but you're not particularly close to any. This is definitely like one of those cottages that people built specifically to not be around a lot of people.
Gotcha.
And Sapphire, did you want to say anything, or is Sapphire just like watching the scene at the moment?
Sapphire just watching / listening.
Okay. Yamar, Dakota, what are your reactions?
He's got a concerned look towards Aldith, but once again, not certain how to help, and he's pretty sure a hug's not going to help this time.
That's fair. That's fair.
I think Dakota's still there with like a hand on Aldith's shoulder, and I don't think he knows what to say, because this isn't the kind of situation the Cowboys Code prepares you for, and he's only really just started the whole making choices for yourself idea.
Couldn't verbalize his internal thoughts on the situation, but sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
No, it's all good. Because I think Dakota doesn't like the Crimson Talons, but he's going along with like the group because Roger's kind of been threatening to just annihilate the elves, and Dakota doesn't like the elves, but just annihilating the whole thing, that's not right. But like also he knows that the Crimson Talons have done a lot of harm, and now he knows that they've done a special harm to Aldith, so he's just very conflicted, and I don't think he knows what to say in this instance.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Ania's pacing now, and she looks distinctly uncomfortable about this whole situation. And if Aldith does like look at her at all, she looks a little bit taller than usual.
Mm-hmm.
but that may be hard to spot given Eldith's emotional state.
Giving Aldith has literal tears
Yeah,
streaming down her
yeah.
face right now.
Nia's just like a green blur.
Yeah, everything's
distance.
blurry.
And Cyril, how do you feel about this? Especially considering, like, her town being raided, especially to your character, is definitely, like, a sad thing. But you've done worse. You've done worse than most of the people in Roderick's entire company, and at least half of them combined have not done as bad as you have.
I mean, basically, wholesale murder and probably genocide from a military perspective.
Mm-hmm. So how's Cyril feeling at the moment? Watching.
I'm running through all the information that we have in my head and trying to decide which piece of information would be the most important as far as like what the whole group is focused on, as opposed to like selfishly what I would rather allow to happen.
It's fair. It's fair. And Gabmar?
Okay, where do I want to begin with this?
Good question.
Look, the only real reason I decided to go on that task you requested was because it was going to be saving the lives of a group of arguably innocent individuals. If he comes back for another handout, I'm more likely either relieve him of his hand, for all I care, or he can have his way with him.
Gilmar makes a good point. Technically, what we're doing is not so much working with the Crimson Talons, but it is acting on a hunch that the leader of the Crimson Talons has. And hopefully, I suppose, we can remove some form of, I believe it was an orb, that it is possible has been poisoning the minds of those that are leaders in Star Shadow Kingdom. Assuming this is true, and all of the awful things can somehow be attributed to a single powerful piece of glass.
I was talking to my patron about the Star Shadow Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
They've got prisoners up in their tower, more than thought they did. While we're there, I need to free them.
Prisoners. And Ania looks over, but she is now Tra. And when Aldith regains her ability to see, Tra is a high elf. Looks much older than Ania, but still like under 100 for an elf. And he has like slicked backed hair, and he carries himself like he's just done with everything that ever existed. And he's looking to Dakota.
Dakota sees him. He flinches visibly, but regains his composure pretty quickly.
Prisoners? What kind?
Changelings.
Oh, damn it, father! And he's just like, he starts pacing, and he's like walking in circles agitatedly. Oh, this keeps getting worse. I suspected this!
What do you mean by that?
I suspected there were prisoners, but I wasn't sure. Only after I met you did I suspect there was anything.
Mm.
This confirms it, then? That's annoying.
He kind of looks down at that, a little unsure how to respond, because I don't think not everyone knows about Dakota's past, I think. I know Lysini and Cyril know, and I think Sapphire knows. But I don't think Gelmar or Aldith know about that particular facet. So
Mm-hmm.
well,
Mhm.
regardless of any of that, we can't just leave them. There's
No, obviously not.
I think there's at least 5 from what Dealer mentioned.
Well, 6 if we include Gilmore's sister.
And he looks
I
up.
suspect she's not the only one in the base.
Aldith, assuming this item that we've been told about exists, it is the reason that the elves have done the awful things they've done. Then I'll help you. I'll help you bring down the entire organization. To the very root.
It's going to happen regardless.
Hey, so I'm actually crying.
No. Do you want? No, I totally get that. When I roleplay characters, I absolutely get that. Do you need a moment?
No, I'm good. Sorry.
Okay.
Are you sure? Okay.
Yeah,
More than
we're fine.
fine.
We're good. um, she's like not nearly as like inconsolable as she was, but she's like looking at Cyril and her like lips are quivering because she's like she's like I don't know how to like phrase it, but she just feels so like thankful, I guess, like, but also guilty that she would like that Cyril feels the need to get involved. But she'll probably verbalize it um and like just explain I can put my hatred aside if it means that we save other people. I can just make no promises that I won't see someone and punch them in the face.
You are allowed to punch me if you so desire. Once.
Oh, if we run across them again, I promise you my axe is in your name. It flies by your word.
Don't need to promise anything.
What? I'm not exactly the biggest fan of bandits either.
Yes, but they're going to disband anyway.
They are, he says, giving a confused look.
Yes, Roderick told us as soon as his objective is done one way or another, he plans to disband the whole organization.
That's not
Likely.
going to stop me.
I somehow suspect it wouldn't be that easy, even if he did.
Yes, there probably will be splinter organizations. We can go after those if you so desire.
one way or the other.
Tempting.
Mhm.
We have an entire prison break to plan.
And likely no knowledge of either. There's actual dungeons.
Well, maybe not.
I will
I-
also mention this before move on. Aldith, I have a bad feeling that there will be two other problems besides Roderick to handle if we go after him personally.
Freaking mirror.
Envy herself and Lord E plus however many names he gave himself.
Don't ask me, that's a Nia's thing.
The one is the embodiment of the sin of envy, lives inside a world inside a mirror. The other is a vampire lord. We will need to prepare a great deal before we take on any one of the three of them. We should not take on any of them together.
What do you have in mind?
I don't know. The only reason I had any confidence in Roderick was because I saw in him enough raw sorcerer's power to rival the elves.
A bomb doesn't discriminate between innocent and or between civilian and tyrant and Cyril.
At this point, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the fact that this is an individual by himself capable of causing the amount of devastation that he could.
Don't tell me you're planning to call in a favor from him of all people.
Roderick?
Yes.
No. No. I'm making sure that Aldith understands what we're dealing with when it comes to Roderick, Lord E, and Envy. I want your revenge to be sweet.
I feel like she would be nodding her head in understanding, even if like she's so emotionally like all over the place that she may not even fully understand what Cyril is saying right now. But she will just very point blank just say, I don't care if my revenge is sweet, revenge is revenge, and I need it.
Okay. I just want you to understand the scope of the power that we would be up against, and that we must strategize. Going in there blind and just swinging your sword, as the rest of this group saw happen, at least against one of them, will turn you into a stain on the floor.
That she would comprehend.
And I'm just going to kind of look around to the rest of the group like you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Traz being
Dakota.
very... Oh, good.
Like Dakota nods.
Gelmar, her as well.
Traz being very teenager, and he's like rolling his eyes and looking off to the side.
Oh, I thought I liked you better, but I think
Yes, you're probably about to like me a lot less if we continue talking.
well, it seems we have much to talk about.
I have... This isn't going to come into effect for until we get to Star Shadow Kingdom, but I do have a plan. And I know some of you may dislike me greatly for this, though I have no affiliation anyway, so it'd be silly to. If this is a good time to speak of it, I can, but I believe most of us are still recovering and it is a completely different topic. I can speak of it later if desired.
I'm confused. What do you mean by a completely different topic?
I think we could use a different topic at the moment.
He'll like glance to Aldith and trying to gauge if she wants to continue on the Roderick talk or speak with something else.
He's very ready to move on.
Okay. Tras sighs and leans on his staff, and so there are changelings in Star Shadow Kingdom that need saving. Unfortunately, I believe my father may have known where they were. Which means, when we arrive in Star Shadow Kingdom, we have to find my old house and see if he has any hidden documents that whatever current occupants may live there that could give us a plan. Because I do not think he was there to do harm. I think he was there trying to help them undercover.
He wouldn't live in the house at the moment?
No, because he's dead.
Oh,
Hence the
I'm
the
sorry.
wall.
I told you before, but that is fine. At least I think I did. Maybe she didn't. I don't know. I do remember speaking of it, but yes, my father, Changeling, likely worked there at the... And he starts to say something, glances at Dakota and stops, and then continues with something else, but still, like, related, and he's, like, going... But yes, if we do go to Star Shadow Kingdom, we should locate my old residence. There likely is a secret room there or something, if I know anything about patterns.
Does your face hold any sway?
Possibly. But my father was found out, so any sway that I could possibly have depends entirely on if... No, actually, it may. So, my father was found out, but the people who found out likely were too proud to admit someone so high in the ranks was a changeling, so they wouldn't have told the common folk, I'm sure. So, my name may have a little bit of sway, my father's name, as long as it doesn't get to higher people. But that is a very big risk, because as soon as they know me, that I am there, they will try to capture me.
And we'll already have a cohort after Dakota as soon as we step into the gate.
I may be able to get us a little bit of leverage, but it all depends on if we stay to lower areas, so to speak.
What about the gates? What about the guards at the gate? Could your
I-
face get us in?
I left there when I was less than 10.
Do you think I'll need to disguise myself more?
That's up
Everyone
to
knows
you.
your face.
That is true.
That's my worry.
As well as the rest of the party, so I don't think it'll be that big of a deal.
It will if someone's looking for us.
Well, I mean, Dakota disguising as anyone else won't be that big of a deal if he knows our party is there in the first place.
Mm.
I think it would help throw
It
him
might.
off.
Actually, now I need to double check my inventory.
If he knows Dakota's a changeling, he will obviously go for whoever's different in the party.
I might have something that could help with that.
Which means he may go after Aldith, which would be very funny.
I don't want that to happen.
She does.
You
And he looks very expectantly to Aldith as if he knows her better.
If you're just looking to conceal your identity, I might have something that could help. He's going to stand up and he's actually going to make way over for the shed.
My curiosity, it's piqued.
Could also speak to Mother when we go to the Druid Circle. She might know if there was a secret area.
Actually, this information makes it very important we talk to your mother.
She won't know as much as... Oh, I don't think she'll know as much as you think she will, but maybe she does.
She'd certainly know more than we know now.
These
She
are
lived
all...
in that. She lived in that house with your father, correct?
Yes. This is all conjecture, though. I'm assuming my father worked there. I could be wrong, but I'm very rarely wrong, so... But I'm sure she'll know at least that much if I'm wrong or not.
And we'll need to. Okay. So, and I know this is a little bit of. I know I should be the last person to say what I'm about to say. While we're at Star Shadow, nobody goes anywhere alone.
Mhm.
I have no problem with that.
And especially Dakota and you go nowhere without at least two of us.
Tra groans.
There's a rattle in the shed for a moment or two before Gelmar walks back out with a weird box in his hands.
What's in the box?
The right handled tools my sister was quite fond of. He opens it up. That's a disguise kit. Above game, my background actually came with proficiency and a full-on access to a disguise kit. I can change our appearance.
Oh yeah.
Tra walks over to study it, and he, lights up a bit, and he's like, I don't know if it's possible, but if you can change what someone looks like in changeling form, that would be so funny if they had some way to tell if a changeling is a changeling, but it wouldn't go off because Dakota would be disguised. That would be so funny.
We can always try it.
If Dakota's willing. Gilmar is insinuating that perhaps you could use just more mundane ways of disguising yourself as your changeling self. That way, if the elves have any way to tell if you are shapeshifted in any sort of capacity, it wouldn't work.
In
That's
my
true.
sorry, I might be off here. In my changeling form?
Well, as your, I don't know what to call it either, your like truest self, your core self.
I mean, and my sister did have an odd. She did have an odd cream in here meant to change the appearance of one's skin tone. He said, as pulling out like three small. What's the word I'm looking for here? I'm sorry, I've never actually used a makeup kit or anything similar. I have no idea what these things are actually
Oh,
called.
you're talking about like foundation and concealer and all that stuff.
Yep.
Well, I
This
mean,
has
there's
like three
still.
different tones. He just like has face paint of like three different tones of skin of human skin colors.
I mean, there's still the. I, it's not a bad plan. There's still a problem of the eyes. In that they don't have
Just
yeah pupils or any of that. It's just milky white.
he just
Eh.
pulls out a pair of glasses from the box.
It's swirly glasses with a mustache.
We're blindfold.
Yes.
Some dark
It does say
glasses.
it comes. It does say it comes with entire outfits and other her basic tools like that. So I would imagine that I could probably find some sort of article of clothing that could hide that sort of appearance.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Elmer's been carrying around this like massive trunk, and none of us have asked him about it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well.
I love the faceless background. It's great.
I think he's actually got a very good point
Huh.
for both of you. If let's assume that the gates are enchanted to force an illusion to break, or to force a changeling out of a changed form. The gate would have no effect on you at that point.
It would be very funny.
Guess I can't argue with the plan. My changing form is. It's weird to be that vulnerable.
What makes you say it's vulnerable?
It's not. It's very frail. Everything just feels very visible. Does that make sense? I feel like that doesn't make
Absolutely.
sense.
It
Probably
does.
not to them.
Gelmar, think of it like if I walked into Star Shadow Kingdom without my helmet on.
He looks like he's still confused because he's still because aside from you telling him that you need to keep it on for religious reasons, he still
No,
doesn't
you've seen me
understand
without
why.
it on.
I have. Oh, that's right. We did at that.
The rampage at the
drug camp.
campsite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that now.
It's like if you walk into the hills without any armor. Or anything.
Aldith would shudder at the no armor talk.
Just naked.
She gets it.
I mean, couldn't you just wear? Huh. I guess if you're used to hiding your appearance behind another face, it would seem unusual to switch away from that.
Just used to hiding, just in general.
If that's a concern, why not just make a new face?
I haven't actually shapeshifted like that in a good while. I think
Same.
I haven't.
It's. Go ahead.
It's like I haven't. You know, they say that changelings are experts at disguise and espionage and all that, but it's never really been my forte. I only got really the one disguise, and that's it. The others are instinctual.
Tra tags in and is like, the rumors of changelings say they will take on any appearance in order to achieve their goal, be it like a relative, someone close to you, a god, and while I'm sure there are many changelings who can do so effortlessly, me and Dakota's forms are less disguises and more parts of ourselves. And
I see.
I believe you as well, and Tra looks to Gilmar, know a little bit of what that would feel like if you had just walked into some place showing a part of yourself you normally do not show others.
I've been trying to keep the ferocity to a minimum. If that's what you're talking about.
You are the least
is
ferocious
hiding-
person I know.
He is still hiding a glare in that look.
Tra spots it, and then he does the smuggiest cat grin you can imagine and looks away, badly trying to hide it, but he's very proud of himself for some reason. That the others might not get why he's suddenly grinning ear to ear. It looks very evil, though.
There is also apparently another way, but and I'm gonna look over at Aldith. It would require relying on help from the Crimson Talons.
He will groan at this.
Because if you remember, Ania,
We have a passphrase.
we have that passphrase.
The Crimson Talons has some agents within the kingdom, and we have a passphrase granted to us that will have them offer us their assistance while we are there. We have a free pass.
So, the question is, are the two of you willing to be the most vulnerable you've ever been?
I could just go in as an animal. They probably have some sort of protection against that, considering druids.
Or we rely on less desirable means of bypassing this potential problem that we're not even sure exists in the first place.
We could perhaps decide
Elaborate.
more once we talk to my mother. She may have other options for us as well.
Good point.
Aldith already has an answer.
Yes.
She would I'm trying to think of how her expressions would be. She wouldn't look guilty, but she wouldn't look thrilled either, but she'd give like a sort of like a look of determination, I guess. And she'd just be like, I can put my hatred aside if that means we are able to save innocent lives.
Tra will walk over, like, towards Aldith. He doesn't stop next to her, but he's near her, and he's like, I would like to ask you two very sensitive pieces of information, and you are fully in your right to deny answering me these.
She'll nod her head.
The name of your town and how old you were, or how long it has been since then.
Looks at Sin immediately.
Sin help! Sin help!
Sin help!
To repeat that real quick.
Tra wants to know the name of the town that got raided by the Crimson Talons and how long it's been since the raid happened.
I feel like I told you the name of it at some point, but I don't recall off the top of my head.
I don't have anything written in my backstory for a name, so I can't tell you.
I can put like if she is willing to tell Tra, I can put like name to be decided later in my notes.
Yeah, put that for
she
now.
Would be totally she'd be totally willing to tell both pieces
I mean,
of
worst
information.
comes to worst, I could probably quickly come up with some sort of random name.
I
It's
think
Aldith's
I'll
town.
come up with one. Yeah.
I know.
Bobtown. It's been
in terms of how long it's been, I believe Aldith, it's been 2 or 3 years, I think.
I think 2 sounds correct. I feel like 2 sounds correct because she's been adventuring by herself for 2 years.
Yeah, about
I
2
feel
years
like
or
is
so.
what we decided. So yeah, I agree with 2
2?
years.
Tra
We
looks
find out Tra's
visibly
had a
like
sordid past with the Crimson Talons.
Tra's like 2, and he looks extremely surprised for some reason. That's very strange. Why would they? I won't ask you any more. That's just very strange. And he like starts to wander off. You can stop him. He's like already muttering to himself, like he's trying to solve something in his head.
The
That's so
detective
weird.
board's coming out again with all the
Yeah,
red
yeah.
string.
They both had the same thing.
She wouldn't call after him or anything. She'd just like sort of put her knees to her chest and hug them.
Oh.
Oh.
Would it be fair to say that Aldith's town was closer or further away from the northwest corner where the Talons operate out?
Would I know the town name?
The one that they operate out of?
No, like
No, the
where
Aldith's town name.
would it be
Oh.
fair to say that her town is closer or further away from the northwest corner where they
Further.
mainly operate?
Much further. You You probably wouldn't know the town's name very well. You've probably seen it possibly on a couple of druid maps specifically, since they keep track of most half-elf, not half-elf, wood elf, most wood elf areas, towns, because they move around quite frequently. If I recall correctly, Aldith, you were raised in the south.
I think so.
Yeah, she was raised in the southern regions of the area you guys are in. So quite a distance away from the main base of the Talons.
Tra looks even more upset. He's like, that doesn't make any sense, and he's pacing harder.
They did it for shits and gigs.
It was Braille and his revolutionaries.
Yeah.
They did it for shits and giggles, man. That's
They
the
went
only reason.
across whole continent just to take out this village.
Shits and giggles. They were like, we're bored.
Yeah.
I mean, bandits and counter bandits, or no, not even counter bandits. What am I looking for here? Imposters.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be like so far fetched because we're pretty sure that like the Crimson Talons have, a pretty far reach.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, they're one of the biggest bandit organizations in Vithir, right?
Yeah.
Right.
They
So-
stretch
Probably
almost the
outposts.
entire section of Viridian Fields. They're primarily centered around the Crimson Claw ruins and near the Sunflower Grove at Eevee. But they extend all the way over to Riverside Haven and down to the Verdant Canopy. Is very uncommon to see them that far south, especially near Windsong Hollow, or anywhere near the Elysian Field. They usually stick around the top left section of Harmonious Haven, but they have gone around the whole continent in the past. It's just very, very uncommon.
Actually, there's a chance that Roderick wouldn't even know that it happened in the first place.
Such a big organization. He doesn't keep track of everything that goes on with it.
Right, like full Street Fighter M Bison. For you, it was the most formative moment in your life. For me, it was a Tuesday.
Honestly, for Roderick, pretty much. You killed my family. Which one was that?
Yeah.
Who are you? You killed my family. Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. More mysteries to unravel.
Mhm.
There's one thing I'm good at.
Oh.
It's making mysteries.
Oh, we haven't even. Oh, goodness. Gelmar, Dakota, Sapphire. We
Mm.
did not even tell you what happened with Gregory and Maver, have we?
No? Did something go down?
Please tell me it went right. Oh, please tell me it went all right. He's like to go. I'm gonna make a stop by the smithy sometime tonight.
Relatively.
Honestly, way better than I thought it was going to go.
Aldith will sort of perk up a bit and go, I scared Gregory.
Yeah, she did. It was very, very good.
Concerned.
No, he's just very anxious for some reason. Neither of them are T. They do know that T exists. They don't think that T was in the dead god. Gregory knows about the dead god, but did not know that they were mining the blood for dust. Very convoluted. It feels like there's many different things going on here. It's exhausting.
Still, though, it's not unlikely that he was the one who originally decided to build the city here. He just went on to continue from there once he took over, I would imagine.
What? The city? What are you talking about?
Well, isn't he the primary hand that tries to build up and maintain the town, or at least the one who plans it? And from here, right?
Well,
Isn't that
lately,
Gregory's
but he.
role?
Well, lately, yes, but I think the town's been around much longer than Gregory's even been alive, assuming he's a human.
Well, that's my point. He couldn't have been the person to decide to build the town on top of the god.
Correct.
But the question is, did he know and think of it as we probably need to keep this blocked off, or did he know? No, that wouldn't make any sense. His responsibilities are still to the people.
He apparently sent a team down there. We didn't see them. Hopefully they're okay.
They what?
Well,
Shoot, I
apparently.
should have. Should have. Could have asked the dealer about that. But apparently she watches what goes on. I don't
I hate that.
know. Oh, apparently she knew the dead god. Apparently his name was in a language I wouldn't be able to understand, but apparently it translated to something like the Sailor of Gods. And apparently he had a bad laugh, but he was a good tool.
How can a god be a tool?
One used to seal other gods, I assume, given the rest of the information.
Apparently, we about built houses on them.
Well, yes, but a tool would imply that there's something that had built it and used it. So, what's above a god?
Whoever uses him as a sealer?
Doesn't have to be above a god, it can just be another god.
Right. I mean, we considered him. We might consider him a god, but he might have been a peasant.
Peasant god. And Trella goes to the corner to like get a small giggle fit out.
I just imagine he tries to have it as a small giggle fit, but just immediately dies laughing.
But
Just turns around and giggles to himself. Peasant.
Peasants.
Red sun, like a monkey kid.
Yeah, yes, exactly. You
Yes,
got the
yes.
exact tone. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. High five.
Peasant.
That's now how I'm going to hear his voice.
Good. That's
Yes.
good. What were you saying, Cyril?
I haven't said anything.
Oh, I thought you were. I thought we interrupted you. Sorry.
Hmm?
I thought we interrupted you.
No.
Well, regardless of that, is there anything we need to do before we perhaps go to the Druid Circle?
Well, let's see. We need to collect your armor from Bertha.
I think that's still being made. I believe she said it would be done at the end of the month. Not quite there yet.
Oh, well, weren't we leaving at the end of the month to visit your mother?
I thought we were leaving before the end of the month to spend some time there.
Yes. I have a terrible memory. I apologize.
It's been long. It's been a big day.
If it's all the same to you, I'd like to use as much of the spare time as I can, maintaining and building further tools to aid in our excursion.
That would be a shame. I'm absolutely positive you would delight from seeing Life Learner.
Oh no, I do intend to fully join you for that process, but I mean otherwise. I already promised I would be visiting with with you, and I don't
Oh.
intend to break that promise.
That would probably be a problem then, because, well, druids, you working with metal, we'll have to find
I'm
a
not
spot
going
that
to
you
do-
can do it.
I'm not going to do it up there. I'm going to visit like a guest, or I was planning to.
We've had guests wearing metal before. It'll be fine, especially since you're all my guests.
I mean, if not, I'm certain that there's some sort of change of clothes here. He says, looking back into the disguise kit.
You can.
I
You can
do
wear
intend to
armor.
bring that. I do intend to bring that slab of calcified god's blood to Bertha.
Would you like to do that before we go?
I think it would be wise. And if she has the time, hopefully it will be ready around about the same time as your armor.
So we'll at least need to visit Bertha. Does anyone else want to do anything here in town? Any of that sort? I'm trying to judge if we can leave tomorrow, or is there anything else?
I had a project I wanted to start today, but I don't see it likely it will matter if I wait to finish it after her words.
Right.
There's plenty of
So-
today left to go.
Exactly.
Gilmore's gonna get to the Druid Circle with 3 levels of exhaustion.
I mean, he's still going to sleep. He's not going to work himself that hard.
Cyril
He'll
would.
be working himself hard, but he's not going to work himself that hard.
All right.
And the rest of you?
I'm fine to leave
Alright.
tomorrow.
Yeah, same.
Alright,
You're leaving? Where?
To the Druid Circle?
Couldn't they have just said that they were going to join us? As he just mutters under his breath at the rubbing sword. Fair enough, I understand now. Sorry. It's been a long morning.
It's fine. So, should I inform my mother that we'll be arriving tomorrow afternoon, evening? Do we not want to make any commitments yet?
How long would it take to arrive?
Sin?
Let's see. You know that there are several locations that your circle typically goes to. Hold on, let me pull up my notes about your circle real quick.
You can just ask Mom.
Yeah. Where is it? So yeah, there are several locations that your circle typically goes to. Depends on the time of year, and inside the fall specifically, your circle normally uses the what is kind of usually called the Broken Crown. It's a small ring of stone on a hilltop that they just kind of move into and set stones and stuff. It has a very good view of the sky and is rumored to be magically enhanced for the sky to have a closer connection, essentially. Inside the fall is very common for them to confront a lot of endings, a lot of loss, especially as you get closer to what is effectively our Halloween. And it's a few things of like understanding missing people and accepting that they have passed on and stuff like that. That one is about probably 7 hours out of town, roughly.
Okay. Mhm.
Yeah. Not super far, but they keep a distance from Haven.
Mhm.
Probably
Tra, like, looks up. Oh, good.
probably closer via cart if you guys like take an animal or something.
Mm-hmm. Tra looks at the sky for a bit, like trying to, like, as if that will help him decide how long it's going to take. He's like, at this time of year, they're likely at the Broken Crown, which would be 7 hours if we have, perhaps on foot if we hustle, but a mode of transport would be much more comfortable. So half a day if we rounded up a few hours.
All right.
That's not bad.
No, I used to
Cool.
visit Haven when I was younger and older.
So we drop off the. So we visit Bertha first thing in the morning. Grab a cart, hook it to the elk, and away we go.
Sounds suitable to me. Any objections from anyone else? Anything else last minute you need?
No, I like it.
Seems valid to me.
Right, that plan is settled then.
It's a good plan.
All right. So you're all going to get a little bit of rest. Or I believe everyone but Gelmar, I think, was planning to get some rest, if I recall correctly.
I mean, he was just going to take the door down to Bourne's smithy to
Ooh.
converse as to what to do with it.
Makes sense. Okay.
First thing he says, a shield, obviously.
You would think so, but
All right. Well, the rest of you, honestly, go and get food. I would probably say, going to get the dinner that Cyril is so desperately missing.
No.
I assume, Try, you're going to switch back to Anian this time.
He would actually like to stay in the cottage and stay as Tra.
Interesting. Okay, we'll do. But yes, so I'm assuming Aldith, you're gonna go collect some food with most likely Sapphire and Honestly, Cyril, I don't know if you prefer to clean or go get food.
I don't know. You know what? I think I'll
Correct,
go
good
get
sir. Albus says.
I'll go get food.
Alrighty.
Try
and-
staying home.
Yep. Dakota. Sapphire, if you would prefer to stay home instead, do let me know.
Food.
Food. Dakota?
Food drive.
Food drive.
Food drive. Alright. Draw is left to their own devices, while the rest of you march confidently into town to get some kind of num-nums before night settles in and all the shops have ended. But of course, there is the bar if you ever need like quick snacks or anything. But in the meantime, Gelmar heads all the way over to Boren's forge. As per usual, Boren's forge is a roaring and raging. Very familiar warmth passes over you as you get up to the door. Pretty much within 10 feet of his house, or I suppose smithy, is just hellishly hot comparative to most of the area around him. As you walk in, he's doing some kind of project. You're not entirely sure what he's working on. But his 10-foot forge is like roaring with flame. He's throwing shit inside of there, pounding on the anvil. And he sees you come in. He's just like, Gilmore, what can I do you for?
Boren, it's been a few days, eh?
Indeed.
Ah.
How was your
journey?
journey?
Actually, not bad actually lately. Most recently, I actually found a. You're never going to believe this, he says, taking out the door. I thought it was wood, but something about it doesn't feel right for wood.
Ooh.
Made me wonder if perhaps it would respond to the heat down here. Maybe we'd be able to forge it into something.
Indeed. He walks over and he kind of like grabs the shield and starts like looking over and he goes, at first glance, this is definitely some form of wood, but as you look deeper into it, boy, it kind of like starts pointing out like bits and pieces that you don't get from wood. Like instead of it being fibers, as you look closer, you like chip pieces off of it. It's more akin to bone, or in some parts of it even move into some form of metal. Weirdly enough.
Oh, hey, Sin, you know what makes that even better?
Hmm?
Do you know where blood comes from?
Bone marrow?
Exactly.
Yeah.
If his door is partially made out of bone.
Oh, yeah.
You get crystallized God's blood.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, it's a weird combination. From what you can smell, the metal specifically is not a metal that you've ever interacted with before. Whether it could even be classified as metal is extremely debatable.
We just found Quietus ore.
Something like that. And
If you're
so,
wondering, Quietus ore is literally just biological metal. It's like literally a flesh-like metal.
oh, interesting.
It's mostly used in fantasy, usually horror.
Mm. Yeah, he's kind of like showing you the different bits and pieces, and he's like, we could certainly smelt this, but it would require a whole hell of a lot of heat. Might be too hot even for you, boy.
Well, I guess we'll only find out for certain when we try.
Indeed. What are you planning to smelt it into?
I was wondering if something about how it could be used to add power to the great axe you've brought. Perhaps a couple fragments could be used for an arm guard for a friend of mine.
Oh, shut up.
That was a thought. The actual location that I found it in tells me there's a pretty strong chance it has a lot of magical power built within it in some capacity. And I think it'd be interesting to find out what it is.
Fascinating. Based on the size of this, it would require about half of this. to be put into your axe. For your arm guards, take a bit and piece of it. Honestly, arm guards won't be too particularly hard to make.
Especially considering at the moment I'm only really thinking about making one, unless the person wants to. I'll have to check. I'll contact them about it. I already have
Indeed.
her arm. I already have his arm dimensions, so it shouldn't be that hard to get the proper measurements for that.
That is good. It's always good to get the measurements first. The rest of it, well, you could turn into anything you wish. You could turn it into bars, or you could turn directly into a sword. There's enough material here to turn into a long sword if you wish. Various different aspects of it. You could turn into many knives to sell, but in many forms this blade could take.
Seems a shame. Aim to just make a common knife with something like this, though. I'll have to see. I'll have to check in with them. I suspect the rest of the group has something else that they'd be planning to use with this, or that they could think of to use with it. Or, worst comes to worst, I'm fairly certain. And the same goes for the other smiths around. On the location, no?
This requires a finer
Unfortunate.
touch than most of the other smiths could get. And I don't think any of them can survive the heat that dwarf can.
Perhaps not. But I'm certain that there's a number that would be happy to try if they were given the opportunity. But we definitely would need a lot better protective equipment for that.
Indeed. Well, boy, whenever you figure out what to do with it, come by the shop. I'll help you forge into something that is deserving of greatness.
Well, if nothing else, maybe we should start by scribbling up a few blueprints for what we have at the moment. And
Certainly.
We'll figure out what we can do with the rest.
Yeah, he'll basically
Love game, you
like
could probably pass on from here.
yeah. Most of the work these don't do with you is like obviously half of it will be used for your gray app, but the rest of it like shows you different blueprints, different like armors or weapons or styles that you could turn into. There's quite a few options that you have with it. It's a fucking pretty big shield. But yeah,
I mean, it's a door that's big enough to fit. It's Cyril. I'd imagine it's a big door.
it's pretty fucking big. All right, so Tra, what are you doing in house? Are you just like meditating? What are you doing?
Trust, like, he's at the windows looking outside, especially as the stars may be coming out. He also uses this time to send a message to his mother, but his mother will hear it as Ania's voice, not Tra's.
Okay.
And it's very much, Mom,
Me and my party are going to be visiting late tomorrow. Assuming you're at Broken Crown, some have armor. We'll need a guest spot.
and I can message that to you if you need to read it.
Yeah, no worries. She will reply with, It's so good. It's so good to hear you. We are there. We have a spot for your friends. Come anytime.
Hooray!
But other than that, he's just enjoying being out and feeling safe enough to be out, but he does like occasionally paranoidly check the windows. He's like, I get to be by myself. I'm having a great time.
This has to be the first time we've probably ever seen Tron in a semi-good mood.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's semi-good moody, except you're not here to see him be in it.
That's valid.
Also, he is taking some time to work on the mask him and Ania are making. They've been working on this one for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any, like, roles I would need? This is the elk skull mask that they are trying to engrave so they can eventually just imbue with talk to animals, so Ania doesn't have to have it equipped all the time.
Mm-hmm. No rolls you have to make since you're taking so long to like take the time to craft it and stuff. There's no chance of failing or anything like that, so it's just a time commitment at the moment.
Okay.
And of course having the resources, but you have more than enough bones from the hunting that you and Sapphire have made, so Yeah, it's just a relatively slow process. You're almost positive you can finish it before the end of the month comes.
Very cool. All right.
Yep.
I'm gonna show it off to the druids. Be like, look what I have.
I have created this. All right. For the party who are going to get some foods, it is a relatively easy journey, considering it is relatively close to nighttime. Obviously, most of the daytime markets have shut down, but there's quite a few nighttime ones where you guys can get, produce or other foods and stuff. So you guys get a fairly good haul, as I believe you all have a decent amount of money on you. And yeah, you all get a fairly good haul. You get bread, you get fruits, you get meat, pretty much anything you imagine to make a very good meal you guys get. And then you guys come on back to the house. I would probably assume that Gelmar would come back around the same time as the rest of you, roughly speaking. And yeah, you guys have the food, you guys have the oh my god, what's the word for stoves? Was appliances. My brain just shut off there for a second. But you guys had the appliances to make all of the yum yums. Mostly like contained fireplaces and things that effectively turn to stoves or ovens or things like that. So yeah, you guys are able to make a absolutely delicious meal, whatever that meal may be. Who's making the meal exactly? What kind of meal are you guys making?
I think we're definitely leaving it up to Aldous to decide what's being cooked.
I am
all
the
of us-
Susie homemaker.
all of us we just all simultaneously turn to Aldous.
I sure hope she has the chef fee at the sooner or later, because at this point, if she's going to be the group chef, she just as well deserve it.
Everyone's just
Ooh,
like,
that's a good
so
And
do
it's
you
such a
know how to
powerful
cook?
feat.
I don't know. Do we want what's the weather like?
Well, oh wait, never mind.
You could ask Straw.
what's the
Bird
weather
Craft does
like?
let you predict it.
I would say the weather is currently, it's getting a little bit chillier at nights. So it's getting probably down to the 60s roughly, just a little bit chillier. You guys haven't hit quite you're in the beginning of fall. So it's a little bit chillier. There's some sparse clouds around. Doesn't seem like it's going to rain for a little bit. Oh wait,
And I'd
on.
probably like
Wasn't the
eat-
last time? Wait, on. I might be wrong on this. I think the last time I said it was like a storm was brewing, Draw?
Yeah.
Before we entered the sewers, you said there was a storm brewing. We made a lot of jokes that we were going to get flooded out.
Right. Okay. So with that in mind, that was, yeah, okay. So at the moment, there are sparse clouds, but you guys can see in the far horizon. The clouds that you guys had that Tra had foreseen, I suppose, are on the far horizon, and it's like a dark wave that's kind of coming closer. But at the moment, above you is just sparse clouds.
I feel like it wouldn't be soup weather then. I feel like if it's still that warm out, it wouldn't be soup weather.
Any weather is soup weather.
I just wanted to mention, because it was very creepy, as soon as you finished saying the weather, I heard thunder in the far off distance in real life, and I did not hear it before that, so I just
We have
wanted
a
to
storm
say-
caller.
I love that.
Sin IRL druid right now.
The storms are coming.
Well, at that point, Sin needs to start talking about it being sunny and 75 more often.
Damn, you're right.
Right? Please.
World changed to warm weather.
We got 57 like 50 some degree weather today and I was so excited. All the snow's melted. Anyway, I don't know, like I feel like she'd make like a hearty meal but like I don't know specifics. Like I don't. Do we want a carb heavy meal? Like, do we want pasta? Do we want like what do we want,
If you
guys?
need
Give
something
Albert
random,
ideas.
if you need something that's just random, you could just make a scramble. Basically, just dice potatoes and then throw whatever the heck you want in the frying pan. Don't
Well,
forget to
no,
season and flip.
Dakota
it's
needs
late.
something meat
It's late in
free.
the evening, and we're kind of
Meat
just
free,
we're
yeah.
kind of getting the ingredients that are at the parts of the market that are somehow still open or just not quite closed yet, right?
What about like vegetarian shepherd's pie?
Yay!
Sure.
Raw
Veggie
mushrooms.
That's my answer.
free.
I'll
Alright,
make some like
we got shepherd's pie.
shepherd's pie
Mushroom
without the
shepherd's
meat.
pie.
Yeah,
It's mushrooms.
yeah.
Cool. And
Replace the
then
meat with mushrooms.
Sapphire has a lot of meat, elk meat specifically, that she has hunted, that she would present to.
I thought Bubbles ate that.
Oh, no, yeah, you're right. Bubbles ate the whole thing. Yeah. I was thinking because
Yeah.
she carved the flesh. Yeah. Well, my
She got the
brain was
skin.
like, she skinned it. She took the meat. Nah, Bubbles ate that shit with a passion. Bubbles had a lot of fun. Though I do believe she has dried meat from when she killed the deer a long while ago.
Sapphire?
Huh?
No, just saying Sapphire.
Yes, I do
Oh.
have dried meat.
All right.
We got jerky.
Which would be quite a bit of it, because I think you took at least half of the deer into dried meat, so you have a lot of dried meat in your pack. So that's definitely something
Yeah.
you can present.
Yeah, I think I would share it with the group.
Cool. All right. So vegetarian shepherd's pie with a significant quantity of dried meat and possibly other meat that you guys might have bought.
On the side.
Yeah.
For meat eaters.
For meat eaters, yes. Not in the vegetarian, but it wouldn't be vegetarian.
It's no longer vegetarian anymore.
Be like, we have vegetarian pie. Shove some meat stick in it.
We had a vegetarian pie.
Yeah. It's no longer a thing.
Let's be real. Galmar's probably gonna stuff up a meat stick in it.
He grabs his own slice or whatever, grabs like a bunch of jerky and just shoves it in the top, just like, perfect.
Use a match to light the jerky stick so it looks like a really sad birthday cake.
Oh.
I mean, it's just for his particular slice, I would imagine.
Yeah. I have my own birthday cake. Some meat and pie. All right. You guys make
On
a...
that note, I actually need to go and review when his birthday was.
Alec doesn't have a specific dated birthday. I need to come up with that.
Yeah.
Honestly,
guys-
I just rolled for mine.
You guys make a absolutely lovely meal. Is very hearty, very fresh, technically, aside from the jerky. But honestly, jerky always tastes fantastic. Don't matter how old the jerky is. Jerky is just good jerky. For those who are devouring the meat, of course. And yeah, it's a very hearty meal. Honestly, it's one of the first warm meals that you guys have had. Like very warm meals that you guys have had for a little while now. Especially given the last couple of days, or the last couple of weeks, honestly. Having a good meal, sitting down, having small talk, getting to rest and not really worry about all the shit that's come up on the horizon, has been a very difficult process for you guys. But this is a good moment of relaxation and just time that you guys get to spend with one another. That isn't full of stress and full of fear and pain or anything like that. This is a calming, gentle, and happy moment. And I will not ruin it by saying something bad. There you go.
It was a good lead up.
Yeah, you guys just get the happy fun times right now. There's no ominous foreshadowing. All right. With that, though, we are going to be ending this episode of Tyrant's Wrath, as you guys are able to just enjoy the peace and the calm and the quiet of the day around you. With whatever may be on the horizon, but wherever that may be, you guys will be able to find out next episode of Tyrant's Wrath, which will be in 2 weeks. Next week, we're going to be doing my horror week. So we're going to be playing Resident Evil for pretty much every single day of that week, with the exception of Phasmophobia on the 15th, which I'll be doing with Yuki, as well as Coffee Coding. But every other day, we're going to be doing all Resident Evil 1, or if we beat that, Resident Evil 0. And if we beat that as well somehow on that week, we'll move over to Resident Evil 2. Tomorrow, we are also not going to be doing King's Kindness, as one of my players, or I think multiple of my players, aren't able to do it. We also aren't able to do it the week after, as that will be when, I believe, well, obviously the horror week. We'll also have several players not in town. So we're going to be coming back with both Tyrant's Wrath and King's Kindness on the 23rd and the 24th. So hopefully you guys have had a whole lot of fun. I will be going live again in about 3 hours to play Dragon Age Inquisition, as one my friend Lissa gifted that to me for Christmas, and she is very excited to have me play it. So we're going to be playing some Dragon Age. We're going to be getting through a little bit of that. And I don't know what we're going to be doing tomorrow. So stay tuned, pop in the Discord if you guys are interested in seeing what I decide to do. I'll let you guys know in the status updates or general announcements or whatever have you. But yes, we're going to be ending just a little bit early. Let me move over to my end screen and we'll find somebody to raid, whoever that may be. Thank you, Creeper, for posting that. I think this is Yuki's long day, where she's going to be streaming for quite a few more hours.
70.
Day 70. So we'll pop over. Thank you, Ray. We'll pop over to Yuki's raid, or sorry, Yuki's stream. She's playing some Stone Block 4. She plays it every Saturday with Echidna and RJ, two really good friends of ours. I have no idea what on earth she could possibly be doing at the moment, but she is very, very close to ending her subathon. After 70 days, she is finally at 6 hours. So let's add another hour to it and make her do it for longer.
Yeah.
So hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and we'll see all of you fine folks on our next adventure, either later tonight or next week or whatever day that I see you guys next time. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
That's synchronized.
Yeah. All right.